Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to run a YouTube campaign for your music video. How to effectively run a YouTube music campaign for your music video. And in this video, I will show you the step-by-step guide and not just talking. I'm going to show you the step-by-step guide on how I've been able to successfully run ad campaigns for artists and drive massive results for them. However, I'm just going to show you something. So let's see this. So we'll also show you how you can run ads campaign that can drive YouTube channel subscription, where people can subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'm going to show you that. But for the YouTube channel subscription, please, I need you to comment below. Subscribe, please subscribe and comment below if you want to see a separate video showing how to run YouTube channel subscription campaign, where you can get over 1,000 YouTube channel subscription. So like you can see for this artist, this is the views, 6,000 views. That we have the YouTube channel subscription. So I'm going to show you how to run this campaign. So without wasting much time, let us go straight on how to run your YouTube music video campaign. So you click on Google. First of all, you need to have a Google Ads account. It's very important. So you create one. Then you click on campaign. Now, when you get to the campaign section, you have these various objectives to choose from: sales, leads, website traffic, app promotion, awareness and consideration, local store visit and promotion. If I should ask, what would you go for? Well, I know some of you might want to, go for awareness and consideration, right? Some might want to go for website traffic, but that's not what you should do. For you to have an effective YouTube promotion, do not select any one of them, right? Do not select any one of them. So we're going to create a campaign without guidance. So click this, then it's going to give you a campaign type. We have search, performance, demand, display, shopping, video, and app. So all I'm going to do is just click on the video. Now under the video, it's going to give you lots of options, right? Lots of options. But the option we are going to pick is YouTube video. This is what we are going to select. So we'll click on that, then we'll do next. All these can be used if you have a much more broader ad strategy, or you have lots of budgets you want to, play around with. But for effectiveness, please kindly click on video views only. So click on continue. So while you wait for it to load, it will bring up a platform, a setting like this. So this is where you get to set up your ad campaign. So all you just need to do is name your campaign. Let's say music video YouTube. So name it anything you can remember. So I used to name it based on how I work. I name it my artist name followed by the campaign type, video views, like that. So if I'm trying to run subscription, I would also name it something like the artist name, the type of the campaign, video traffic, YouTube ads. So just name it anything you would like to name it. So the ad format, so you would just don't select, don't unselect any of them. Just leave it, right? Leave it. Let's Google, show it in different formats. So skippable is where, why people are watching on the campaign. In between the video, it gets to, show same thing in feeds. Then we have the short ads, why people are watching shorts too. So just leave everything like that. So for the bid strategy, for now, we are not giving the option. So just leave this. Then your budget. So your budget, depending on your location, you can, use any type of budget, but you should know something. The higher your budget, the higher your reach, the higher your views, basically. So what you can do is you can start with a minimum of $5 per day, right? $5 per day. So we are going to do daily. Remember to always change this to daily, not campaign total. Campaign total means how much you want to spend throughout the period of your campaign. Yes, we know how much you want to spend throughout our period of campaign, but we don't want to do this because there are some days that, YouTube might spend $7, while some days they might spend $3, and we don't want that. We want consistency with our budget so that we can bid properly. So that's why you ensure it is daily. So daily, then you set your end date. select the date, let's just say 2 weeks, for example, right? So the network, so when you come here, please, for you to reach people effectively, unselect the Google partner. Just leave it at YouTube alone. Unselect the YouTube partner on Google Display Network. So we don't want it showing on apps and the rest. We are not. I feel or I believe it's mainly for brands, right, and not for music artists at this point, especially if you have a tight budget. So we just want it to show strictly on YouTube. So you do that. Then you select your location. So you can type in your location, United Kingdom, let's say United States, you know. So whatever your location is, just include your what location into this. Then your language, English, and if you want to add more, you can come and what add. If you have subtitle in another language, let's say in French, let's see, you can select French. But for this video, it's purely what English. So now Google has this new Euro political ads. Does your campaign have European political ads? No. Always select what? No. So moving on, this one, we don't want to add related videos. That's aside the video we are promoting, are the other video we want to promote alongside? No. Then additional setting. So for this additional setting, these devices. So sometimes, right, I practically leave this on show on all eligible devices, right? But as the campaign goes on, right, and I see that more people are watching on um, mobile or TV screen, what I do is I can then I can come back here and turn off either computer, tablet, right? So depending on you, but I would say just leave it at computer, mobile, tablet, and TV screen for a start, right? As we go on, I'll show you how to optimize your campaign for, best results. So every other thing for now, frequency caps means how many times a day do you want your video to show to people. So for now, we'll just leave it at, none. We don't want to, you need to understand how it works first before you can put a frequency cap. So moving on to the ad group. For the ad group, we also name so what I love to do is I just use the same format. Same format I use, I just love to use that. So you can, so for this section has to do with your audience targeting. So audience name, I don't have a saved audience for this, so no need for this. Now your demography, yes, very important. Yeah, I love female, male, right, or none. Now for the age range, right, I used to lower this because this is a music video, and we know for a fact that people who engage with music videos, right, are more of Gen Zs and millennials, right? Except if your music is for the older generation, then you can leave it at 56 plus, 65 plus, 64, 54, right? But most videos are more for the Gen Z and millennials, that are more for the younger generations, right? So I'm just going to keep it at 44, right? Then usually, sometimes I could turn off this, sometimes I could leave it on, but for the sake of this video as a beginner, I would advise you leave it on, right? Then you can, just no need, just leave this for now, right? For now. So most times, if I'm to work on this, I always turn this off, right? So for now, we leave this off. So basically, that's what we are doing, just reducing the age range. None of this we are going to don't add interest for now. Don't add interest, right? Except you have enough data to determine the interest. And there'll be a video next where I would show you how to run ads on other artists' video. So for example, you sound like Chris Brown, you sound like Drake. We can run ads specifically to Drake and Chris Brown audience. So when people are watching videos on Chris Brown YouTube channel, your video would pop up. So I'm going to show you that in the next video, but I would need you to please subscribe, comment what you would like to see, because this is what keeps me going. So moving on, we're not going to touch any of this. So this is where the ad section. So this is where you input the URL of your music video, right? So you should have your URL of your music video. If you don't, you can also type, for example, let me use the word Drake. Okay, let me say Drake. You can just type everything in full, so you can see it, right? So just any video you have. So you can see it says videos longer than 3 minutes don't usually perform as well as shorter videos. Please, at this point, leave it. You don't necessarily need to stress yourself about this, right? Your final URL. So your final URL, what I would advise you to do is for this, if you have your fan link where you want people to go and listen to your song, that's good. But I would advise that you send them back to your YouTube channel, because this is an advert. Some people will just watch 30 seconds and they will want to watch more. So when they click watch more, right, or view more, it's best that you take them to the video to continue watching, right? But if you still feel like you want them to listen to your song, you can input your fan link. So let's go to YouTube, for example. So I'm going to type Drake. So let's click on Drake's channel. So what I'm going to do now is to copy Drake's channel. So you copy your own channel, you know, you copy your own channel, right? Then we'll come back here and impute it. So which means that once they view your video, based on the seconds that YouTube, oh, I'm not yet. Okay, let's just do this quickly. So a verification popped up on my screen. I had to, verify. So Google would always ask you to verify if you want to proceed. So, like I said, the reason why you are putting your channel's URL, right, rather than the song URL, is because YouTube, which is Google Ads, would not allow you to use the same URL you are using to promote. So this song URL, they would not allow you to have it as the same final URL, right? So that's why we usually send them to what? To the final. That's why we send them to the final URL, right? To the channel URL, because YouTube would not allow you, like I said, to send people to the same link, that is your video link, to continue watching. That is why we send them. So when they get to your channel, they can, find that same video. And not just find that same video, they can also watch other videos of yours once they find them interesting. So this part is just to organize your URL instead of it showing all these long words. So you can just do something like this, anyhow you intend, structuring your URL. You could also do something like this, just anyhow, it's up to you, right? Then call to action, very important. Don't skip this part. Call to action has to do with, you see this part? Yeah, see it here. A button. Let me see it. So it's very important for you to put call to action so that people can have you are telling people what to do. So we're going to click on it. So the most important is what? Watch now. You can select any other one that you deem fit. But for a music video, it's watch now. So your headlines. So headlines has to do with, what you want to type, what you want people to see. So I can say something like this: God's plan, right? And now, it's so this part where the ads is going to show why people are watching is very important. So what you put there is very, very important, right? Most times you don't just put the same title as your song. You have to, be more creative about it. So I can say something like, since I have more space, God's plan is the best, right? So this is much more, I would say this is much more creative than just God's plan, right? This God's plan is the best. So you can see it. If I still want to further it for you, I can do something like this, right? God's plan is the best for you. Do you understand? So you can see 30. If I try to add any other things, so why for the long headline? So long headline comes for during different formats. So why we have this, you can see, so we have long headline for other formats. So for other formats, I can do the same thing. I can do the same thing. Let me just put that here. You can see it. I can do the same thing. I could make this just God's plan, and for this, all the same. It's just that for long headlines, it's based on the format. The format has to do with where they are showing the advert, right? So, but I'm just going to make the two the same. You can always make it different. Now, the description has to do with, what you want to say about your music. So, I can say, um, let's see, let's try to come up with something. When we grind and we rely on God's plans, you know. So something, or we could do, let me just, the best plan in life is God's plan. Just anything, and it will definitely show underneath here. So whatever your description is, and you have 90 power tags to play with, just play around with anything. Then I think we've done everything. Yes. So auto generate. So we recommend they use our channel banner. So which means the channel banner is what you're seeing here, right? So if you want something different, now for this part, you can do something different if you are looking at being creative and there's a strategy. Maybe next time I would show you how to run that strategy where, for example, I sound like Drake. I can do a banner of me and Drake on my banner, right? So the essence of that is just to make people click to view the song. People might think Drake is in the music video, but Drake is actually not in the music video. But I'll just create a banner. Maybe you can use AI. Please, I didn't tell you this though. I'm just joking. But you can just do a banner where you and Drake, how they do those Photoshop thing. You and Drake are in the studio or something, and then use it as a banner. So you just upload. You come here, you upload it. That way sometimes people are will be more willing to click because they would think Drake is in the music video. It all depends on your strategy. So add name, like I always say, I always use the same name, just to be certain. Yeah, I use this. Yes. So yes, I think, and that's it. We are done. So before then, we have bid. So before we work on the bid, I would like to talk about music video. So when it comes to music video promotion, please and please, there are certain things you need to take note of. Videos where people smoke, videos where people body parts show, e.g., the vixens in your video, or even you as an artist, your belly button is showing, is exposed, your boobs are exposed, things like that. Even as a man, maybe you are all your body is all opened. Those type of video can be flagged by Google. Where you get to smoke, where you get to any video that has violence, that has anything nakedness can be what flagged. So make sure your video are clean as possible. When you have those things, just know that Google, YouTube would deny your adverts. So take note of that. Then now your bid. This is more of how much am I willing to pay to get a view, because everyone is bidding to be, to show up to people. So how much am I willing from my own $5, from my $10? I'm willing to bid this amount to get to one person. So usually they will recommend, this, so you can apply it. But sometimes, I start with the lowest and I can move up depending on how I see the engagement of my video. So, but for the sake of this, usually I go as low as this. It depends on the location, right, and your budget. The location and your budget determines your bidding. But I would recommend you do this 0.02, right, as much as what possible. But they will tell you that it might be low, blah 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 blah. You can ignore, but if you still want to use theirs, that is fine. But trust me, the lower your bid, for a less engaging or a less what do you call it, based on your location, the better it is. So, but for the sake of this video, let's just apply what they said. So, but if you look at it, look at the views, right? This is for this, it gives us 1.8 to 5.4. Let's check this. You can see it's higher, right? The lesser your bid, but you should have a good enough budget for this place. That's why I always do this. That's one secret I would tell you. Then the next thing is we create a campaign. So when you create this campaign, you saw that pop-up that came out initially, that pop-up of confirming my account. So because I had confirmed it, that is why my campaign is your campaign is ready. So most times you would see that option before you get to this section, right? So I can go through everything I've done. Don't know why it's not scrolling down. Okay, it's fine. So I continue to watch overview and it will bring me to this part. So like I said, enabled, eligible, this status to tell you if your campaign is eligible, ineligible, or there's a policy. If they disapprove your advert because of something, you would find out here. Enabled means it's active. So this is impression showing you the number of times someone saw your advert. Impression is not views. Impression means the number of times someone saw your advert. True views, before it was just plainly views, but they've changed it to true view, means the actual number of people that watched your video. Now this is your views. Then clicks have to do with various type of clicks, either clicking to watch now, any form of clicks would show here. Then YouTube channel subscription. So for this campaign, we did not optimize for this. right? That is why it would not record any subscription. But in the next video, and I want you to comment if you want me to create that video, I will show you how to optimize for YouTube channel subscription. There are settings we need to do so that Google can optimize for this, and for every person that subscribed, it will show. But for this campaign, it would not show because we did not optimize for this. So thank you so much. I will hope to see you in the next video. I would like to see you all in the comment section. Bye.